Hello, my name is Kane. Please welcome to Learning English with TSK. In this video series, we are going to focus mainly about the 12 basic English tenses. As you already know, all of the tenses, the 12 tenses, they come up with the two aspects. One is a structure, two is the usage. Okay. Being a long time experience in my teaching career, I have found out that most of English learners, they are worried too much about the tenses. That's why they cannot speak English with other people, because they are afraid of making mistakes. This is the reason why. Especially, they are really afraid of speaking English with the one who know much better than they do. But why worry? Why worry? Because no one is perfect. For example, if you stop 100 English native speakers in the street and ask them about the tenses, one of them might give you a very intelligent answer if you were lucky. But for the 99 other native English speakers, they would know little about the tenses, like present progressive, present perfect progressive, present continuous, and so on. And they would know nothing about the aspects, about the moods, and about the voice. But they can all speak fluent English and communicate effectively. Of course, for the ESL, it helps you learn the tenses, but do not be obsessed with the tenses. Be like a native speaker. Speak naturally. Are you ready? Okay, welcome back to the Learning English with TSK. So at the beginning of our tenses that I'm going to teach you today is the present simple tense. Inside the lesson, I'm going to show you exactly when do we use it, how do we use it, and mistakes to be careful of when you are using the tense. And we also go to lots of practice exercises together, and you will learn how to use it correctly and confidently. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now, today we focus on the present simple tense, but we do not go clearly exactly about the time, about when do we use it, how do we use it. Okay? But we are going to study about the form first. Now let's check it out together. Positive or affirmative? Positive or affirmative? Some of the people confused about, is it positive or affirmative? Some of the grammar book, it says affirmative. Some of the grammar book, it says positive. But we do not care about it too much, okay? So now, let's go to the form. We form positive or affirmative by using subject plus verb and plus object. Again, we form the positive or affirmative by using subject plus verb plus object. This is the normal form of positive. And now, actually, we have got 7 subjects altogether. But in this lesson, in this meantime, I'm going to use only 4 subjects. It's very easy for you to learn. And try to remember, the less you learn, the better you are. Do not learn it too much, okay? Learn it step by step, but full of quality. As you can see, I, we, you, and they. I don't use he, she, it right now. The subject I'm going to teach you now is only 4. It's very easy for you to understand. I, example, I play the guitar. Again, I play the guitar. So play is a verb. Guitar is the object. I is the subject. This is the very normal way of using positive. And we go to another one. We play the guitars. You play the guitars. They play the guitars. So now, you can make other sentences by yourself by following the rule of the positive sentence or affirmative sentence. Not only this point, but you can make it by yourself at home. You can practice by yourself at home, wherever you are, whenever you are. Okay? Not only follow my example, you can make this kind of tense by yourself by changing the word, by changing the object. Example, I eat chicken every day. I sing a song. I watch TV. They study English. Okay? So these all are the form of the positive sentence. This is the form of positive sentence. Very easy way to remember. Okay? So if you remember all the positive or affirmative sentence here, we just move on to negative. Inside the negative form, we make it by using subject plus do not plus verb plus object. Inside the subject, I normally raise only 4, the same like positive. Make you clear. Do not focus on he, she, or it. But now just focus only 4. I, we, you, and they. For example, I do not play the guitar. We do not play the guitars. You do not play the guitar. They do not play the guitars. This is the very simple way of making negative form. Everybody can make it by yourself. You can make thousands of sentences by yourself when you know the form. Please, students, do not feel hesitated to make up your own sentence. The sentence you make, do not worry about the mistake. Okay? Mistake can be corrected. So, I hope you enjoy the lesson I'm going to teach today. And I hope that you will learn it by yourself at home at every time. So, that's all from me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Hi, how you doing everybody? Please welcome back to Learning English with TSK. And today we're going to continue about the present simple tense. And you remember for the previous lesson I gave you the form of present simple and it is only 4 subjects. But today we are going to move to the third person singular subject. Okay? And this is all the form. I'm going to explain it to you clearly about how to use third person singular form and also the spelling of the form. Please have a look at this. On the whiteboard, I divided into 3 forms: positive, negative, and question. You can see the form. The normal form of the positive is subject plus verb, 80% of the verb, V plus S, and plus object, just only 80%. And if you go to negative, we have got subject, you use does, not, plus verb, there is no S here. And then object. And when we go to question, we use does plus subject plus verb, no S at the verb, and plus object. We only add S to the verb, it's only the positive sentence. We do not add S to the negative and we do not add s to the question. Alright? Just remember. Now, look at the example. Let's have a look at the example. He cooks fish. He cooks fish. So why do we have s here? Why? The thing is that when we use with the third person singular, we normally add s to the base form of the verb. But we use only in the affirmative or positive form. Are you clear? Now, let's go again. He cooks fish. Another one. She buys vegetable. She buys vegetable. It bites the mouse. This is the affirmative form with the third person singular. And then now we go to negative. Subject plus does not plus verb plus object. Example, he does not cook fish. There is no s. There is no s at the end of the word cook here. The reason is this sentence is the negative one. It is not positive. As I told you, just keep in mind, the verb you can add s is only used in the positive form. When we use in negative form and question form, there is no s anymore. That's why you have to keep in mind. Here we go. He does not cook fish. He does not cook fish. Another one. She does not buy vegetable. There is no s at the end of the word buy. The reason is you don't use this positive sentence. You use this negative sentence. That's why we have she does not. So buy no s. She does not buy vegetable. It does not bite the mouse. So bite here also we don't have s. We have s or we don't have s, we have to have a look at the positive sentence. In the positive sentence, we can add s according to the subject. He, she, and it. Even though this one also he, she, and it, but this one is not positive sentence. This is the negative one, alright? So there is no s at the end of the verb, right? Now let's go to question. If we use the question, we have does plus subject plus verb plus object. For example, does he cook fish? Cook also no s. The reason it is the question sentence. It is not positive, right? Another one, does she buy vegetables? Does she buy vegetables? Does it bite the mouse? So, if you look at the form, you have positive form, you have negative form, you have question form. So, today I'm going to let you know and understand and remember exactly how to make the form of the present simple with the third person singular. Okay, now let's go again. In the positive form, we use subject plus verb plus s. 80% of the verb we plus s. I told you 80% of the verb we plus s when we use with the third person singular and in the present simple tense. Okay? Just remember. When we use with other subject like I, we, you, and they, you do not think about s anymore. Okay? Inside the sentence, if you see the subject he, she, or it, you must think about the verb. Is it s or no s? We have to put s. But the spelling of using s It doesn't mean that we have only add s to the end of the verb. We have got other exception. Alright? Again, he cooks fish. She buys vegetable. It bites the mouth. Negative, he doesn't cook fish. She doesn't buy vegetables. It does not bite the mouth. And then, question, does subject plus verb plus object. Alright, does he cook fish? Does she buy vegetable? Does it bite the mouth? So, are you clear now? If you are clear now, we are going to move to the next step. Okay? If you have any question, I'm going to tell you. Thank you. Hi, welcome back to Learning English with TSK. Today, we are going to show you about the 3 rules of using third person singulars in the present simple. Okay? Now, please have a look at that. Rule for third person singular spelling. In this lesson, I am going to show you how to use it exactly and correctly. Okay? Please be attention, okay? Be attention and concentrate on what I'm teaching you. Now, let's go. Rule number 1. We add s to 80% of the base verb when we use the subject he, she, it in the present simple tense. 80%. Okay? For example, work, we go to third person singular, works. Drink, we go to third person singular, drinks. Cook, we go to third person singular, cooks. Write, we go to third person singular, writes. Just keep in mind how to use s here. Every time when you see in the present simple tense and the subject is the third person singular, you have to be careful with s. But in case that you use present simple tense and the subject is not the third person singular, okay, you don't have s. So think about this. Now go to rule number 2. In rule number 2, for verbs ending in s or z, ch, sh, x, we add es to the base verb. For example, miss, you go to third person singular, misses. The pronunciation of es is. Watch, third person singular, watches. Push, third person singular, pushes. Fix, the third person singular, fixes. Let me ask you, why do we add es to the base verb? Why we just don't add only s? The reason is you have to follow the rules. Every time when you see the present simple verb, okay, and then the verb ending in s or z or ch or sh or x, you cannot add only s. One thing you have to do is you have to add es. The reason is you have to follow the rule. Alright? Come on, let's go again. Miss, you go to third person, misses. Watch, watches. Push, pushes. Fix, fixes. Now, we finished rule number 2. Let's move on to rule number 3. For words ending in a consonant followed by a letter Y, we change Y to I and then add ES to the base word. Look at it again. For words ending in a consonant followed by Y, letter Y, we change letter Y to letter I and add ES to the base verb. You cannot just add only ES, or you cannot just add only S to the verb, because the verb ending in a consonant followed by Y, you have to follow the rule. Before you add ES, you have to change letter Y to letter I. Okay? Now, let's have a look at the example. Study. As you can see, you have got consonant here, and then you have got letter Y. When you go to third person singular, the only one thing you do is you cannot just plus S or ES straight away to it. You have to be careful. Before you put ES, see the rule. Change Y to I and then you plus ES. This. Another word, fly. When you go to third person singular, you can say flies. You cannot just add S over here, and you cannot just add ES. Change letter Y to letter I and then plus ES. The rule says that. So, another one, cry. When you go to third person singular, cry, change Y to I and plus ES. So we pronounce cries. We pronounce cries. Now, let's go back again. Rule number 1. We add S to the base verb. For example, work, works. Drink, drinks. Cook, cooks. Write, writes. Rule number 2. For words ending in S, in Z, in CH, SH or X, just add ES to the base verb. For example, miss, misses. Watch, watches. Push, pushes. Fix, fixes. And rule number 3. For words ending in a consonant plus Y, followed by letter Y, before we add ES to the verb, we have to change letter Y to letter I first, and then we add ES to the base verb. For example, study, studies. Fly, flies. Cry, cries. For example, when you see letter Y and then before letter Y we don't have consonant. Now I'm going to give you an example. Day. This one is a noun, okay? Pay. This one is the verb. Pay is the present simple verb. You have got Y at the end of the verb. And before letter Y, we have a vowel. It is not consonant. So, you cannot follow this rule. When you can see letter Y, do not just change Y to I straight away and use ES. No. You have to see the word, the letter in front of Y first. When you see consonant, it goes to our rule number 3. And then we can change Y to I and plus ES. And how about here? Y at the end, okay? Right. And how about A? A is not a consonant, A is a vowel. So you cannot change Y to I-E-S, to I and plus ES. So when you can see the rule here, it goes back to the first one. Rule number 1 is like that. Rule number 2 is like that. And rule number 3 is like that. Do not mix it. Just make it clean. Okay? So before I end this video related to the rule for the third person singular spelling, I would like to give you some advice related to learning English at home. Please try your best to study English at home by yourself, anywhere, anytime. But before we end it, I would like you to press like and subscribe my channel, Learning with TSK, Learning with TSK. Thank you. Hi, how's it going everyone? Please welcome back to Learning English with TSK. For today's lesson, we still stick on the present simple tense, but we mainly focus on the uses of the present simple tense. When do we use it and why do we use it? Are you ready? Now, let's go. The uses of present simple tense. Use number 1. We use the present simple tense to talk about something that is true in the present. Something that is true in the present. Okay? Example, I am 19 years old. For the last 2 years, for last year, you don't care about how old I was. But only at the present time, I am 19 years old. This is the present. It's true in the present. Okay? Do not think about the past. Do not think about the future. Just think about only in the present time. I am 19 years old. Right? Let's go to another one. She is a teacher. She is a teacher is also the present. We don't know about her job in the previous year. We don't know. She was a teacher. Okay, she was a nurse, she was a doctor, we don't know. But only at the present time, she is a teacher. So we use the present simple tense to talk about something that is true in the present. Think about the present. Another one, Mr. Kane lives in Phnom Penh. Mr. Kane lives in Phnom Penh. Why do we use S at the end of the verb? Because I told you to remember about the third person singular. Mr. Kane is a man, is one person. So you use he as a subject. Okay? So you say Mr. Kane lives in Phnom Penh. Number 1, something that is true in the present. I am 19 years old. She is a teacher. Mr. Kane lives in Phnom Penh. Alright? Now, if you're clear, let's go to use number 2. We use the present simple tense again to talk about something that happened regularly in the present. It doesn't happen only one time. Just only one time or 2 times, no. It happens regularly. The actions, something that happens regularly, not just only one time. Right? For example, my sister studies English at 5:30 p.m. It doesn't mean that she studies English just only one day. No. Example, she studies English, okay? 5 days a week from Monday to Friday. So she goes to school at 5:30 every day from Monday to Friday. Right? Not just only one day or 2 days. My sister studies English at 5:30. Please take note about IES here. You remember, in fact, the word study is S-T-U-D-N-Y. But when we use with the third person singular, as I told you, you have to look at the end of the verb. Is it Y? Yes. And before Y, do we have consonant or vowel? Please check it out. D is a consonant. That's why we cannot just change Y and plus S. So change Y to I and add ES to the verb. I hope you will understand it and you still remember it. Are you clear? Sure. Now, my sister studies English at 5:30 p.m. I play soccer every weekend. Look at the word I play. Why we don't use S at the end of the verb? Look at the subject. I is not the third person singular. Verb plus S or ES, not just used with the present simple. It used with the present simple and also the subject third person singular. So what happens if we use the present simple, but the subject is I, we, you, and they? There is no S. Remember? Okay, sure. Now, I play soccer every weekend. Not only one weekend, every weekend. The action I play soccer is just not only one day, or not only one weekend, every weekend. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. My dad drinks coffee every morning. Look at the verb drink. Why do we use S after the verb drinks? The reason is look at the subject. Where is the subject? My is not the subject. How about that? My dad. We use he, stand for that. So he is one of the third person singular. That's why we add S. Clear? My dad drinks coffee every morning, not just only one morning, every morning. Action happens regularly. Okay? Example number 4. My parents work at home on Sundays. My parents work at home on Sunday. So why we don't use S here? We go to the rule again. Let's see the subject. Where's the subject? My is the subject? No. So which one is the subject? Parents. Think about the word parents. If we talk about dad, just only one person. If we talk about mom, just only one person. But if you talk about parents, both of them. When both of them, we use they, stand for parents. That's why no S at the end of the verb. Clear? My parents work at home on Sundays. From Monday to Saturday, we don't know where do they work. We don't know. But only on Saturdays. Saturdays with S, it means every Saturday, not just only one Saturday. Okay? Sunday plus S, it means every Sundays, not only one Sunday. Okay? For example, my parents work at home on Sundays. Now look at the use of number 3. Number 3, we use the simple tense to talk about something that is always true, not changing, just always like a nature. For example, the human body contains 206 bones. Even me, even all the people in the world, okay? Even Cambodian people, even American, even Australian, plus all the human beings, they have 206 bones. It doesn't change. It doesn't mean that today we have 206 bones, but in the future, maybe there is more technologies and then the bone is rising. It goes to 208 bones. No way. Why? Because this is true all the time. Something true all the time. Let's go to another one. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second. This is a fact. This is true. The sun rises in the east. It's true, okay? Absolutely true. It cannot rise in the west. It cannot rise in the south. It cannot rise in the north, okay? So it rises in the east. So today I'm going to explain you the three uses of the present simple tense use. Okay? So before ending for today's video, I would like to advise you to study at home to the best of your ability and do not use your time for nothing. Okay? You have to remember that education is your priceless treasure. One more thing. If you want to see more video related to the 12 English basic form, especially the education field, please don't forget help subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you. See you for the next video. Hi, how are you doing everyone? Please welcome back to Learning English with TSK. For today's video, we are going to continue to the 4 uses of the present simple. Last week, I told you to use the 3 uses of the present simple tense. But now, we are going to finish 4 more. Alright? And after finishing the 4 uses of the present simple tense, we are going to go through practice exercises all together. Okay? I hope you will enjoy doing exercise. Okay, now, before doing exercise, please have a look at the uses. Uses number 4. Present simple tense is used to talk about something that is fixed in the future. Fixed means like it doesn't change. I mean like a schedule. Okay? So for example, the school term starts next week. The school term starts next week. It's not now. Present simple can be used to talk about the next future. Okay, the future. But it's according to the schedule. It's fixed in the future. So we use present simple tense here. Why do you see S at the end of the word start? The reason is, look at the subject. Where is the subject? The school term is a subject. And look at the word, look at the key word. How many terms is that? Just only one term. Okay? Just only one term. That's why we use it to stand for the school term. S must be added to the word starts. Okay? And now, let's have a look at the second example. The train leaves at 7:45 this evening. The train leaves at 7:45 this evening. So when you see the word this evening, it is not now. It's coming soon, right? It's coming soon. So why do we use present simple here? Because the use number 4 say present simple can be used to talk about something that is fixed in the future, like a schedule. Okay? Like a schedule. So, the train leaves at 7:45 this evening. Why do we use S at the end of the verb leaves? Let's focus on the subject. The train, how many train it is? Just only one train. So you use it, stand for the word train. And then it used with the third person singular, it, and verb plus s. So another one, my teacher flies to Siem Reap tomorrow. My teacher flies to Siem Reap tomorrow. Not now. In the future. But why you still using present simple? Why? Something that is fixed in the future. It doesn't change. It just used as a schedule. So, my teacher flies to Siem Reap tomorrow. You can just fly with the present simple, and then don't forget our verb. Fly. When we use with subject I, we, you, they, that is known as. And when we use the third person singular, you remember I explained to you Y at the end of the word, and before Y we got consonant. That's why you cannot just only add S to the word fly. Before you add S, you have to change Y to letter I, and then you add ES, as the rule says. That's why we have my teacher flies to Siem Reap tomorrow. Okay? And now, let's go to use number 5. Present simple tense is talk about something in the future. Something in the future. But we don't talk about the schedule. We don't talk about something that is fixed in the future. But we talk about something in the future after time words. After time words. Just remember, for example, the word after, okay, then, before. So, after, when, and before, it is called time words. Try to remember. You don't need to understand this. Try to remember. Alright? Again, we use present simple tense to talk about something in the future after time words like after, when, and before. And also after, if, and unless. 1. After time words like after, when, and before. Another one, it also used to talk about something in the future after if and unless. Okay, just remember and try to understand it. Now, here we go. I'll talk to Dada when I see him. I'll talk to Dada when I see him. Can you have a look at the word when? Let's go to rule number 5. When is called time words. So as it says, after time word, after, when, and before, present simple can be used after that. Okay? Let's go to another example. You must finish your homework before you go to bed. You must finish your homework before you go to bed. In this point, you have to remember where is the time word before. You don't need to ask me the reason why do we use present simple at this point. Because the rule says that. Just follow the rule. Just follow the uses of that. Okay? That's why you just remember about the time words before, when, and one more is after. Example: we'll get wet if it rains. After if and after unless. We'll get wet if it rains. So rain here used as the present simple. Okay? Look at the other example. He won't stop crying unless you say sorry. Again, he won't stop crying unless you say sorry. The reason why we use sorry, we use say here, is because rule number 5, it says that after time word and after if and unless. So we use all the present simple just to follow the rule. If you follow the rule, you feel not hesitate to use the tense anymore. Alright? You feel confident in using it. If you remember the rule. Okay? Let's go to number 6. Present simple 10 is used to talk about telling the story. We used to talk about telling the story. When we use something to talk about telling the story, you gotta use the present simple. Okay? For example, when I was walking down the street the other day, when suddenly the man comes up and tells me he has lost his wallet and asks me to lend him some money and blah blah blah. This is something we talk about the story. Telling the story to someone else. That's why we can use the present simple. You cannot say, when I was walking down the street the other day and when suddenly the man came up and told me and asked me. No, we use present simple. You don't use past simple, use present simple. Okay? To talk about telling the story. For example, one more time. When I was walking down the street the other day, when suddenly the man comes up and tells me he has lost his wallet and asks me to lend him some money and blah blah blah. Right? Look at the other one. The last one of using present simple tense. Okay? We use present simple tense to talk about summarizing the book, the film, or play. When you want to summarize the film, the book, or the play, you can use present simple. You can use present simple. Okay? Now look at the example. Saya goes to one of the famous schools, and he has two close friends, somebody and Subi, and blah 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 blah. There will be more. This is a kind of summarizing. Okay? This is a kind of summarizing a book, summarizing a film, and summarizing a play. When you want to summarize the book, the film, or play, the tense you use is present simple tense. Okay? The present simple tense. So, according to the fourth use of present simple today, okay? And the other day, I gave you 3 uses of the present simple. And in a very short time, we are going to move to practice exercises all together. I hope you enjoy how we use the exercise. Okay? Please try to do the exercise with me all together. Okay, now, that's all from me for the uses. Thank you. Hi everyone. After learning about the uses, about the forms, and also about the spelling rule of the third person singular. Now we reach to the practice exercises all together. I hope you and I will do exercise together, and I will tell you some related to how to make exercise, how to do exercise correctly with confidence. Alright? Now let's go to number 1. Christopher, bracket, drive a bus. Every time you have to see the instruction of the exercise first. What do they want you to do? If you know exactly about the instruction, you can do it 100% right. Understand? Because you follow the instruction. Do not just do it straight away when you see the exercise. Read carefully about the instruction. For example, what do they want you to do? They just want you to do the present simple tense exercise. So do not focus on the other tenses. Just think about only present simple tense. Okay? Let's go. Christopher drive a bus. The form of the present simple tense you have learned is 3. Positive, negative, and question. Now look at the sentence. Is it a negative? Is it a question? Or is it a positive? It's a positive. When you see the positive sentence, you have to focus on the verb. And you have to focus on the subject, third person singular. When the subject is not the third person singular, they use I, we, you, and they. Do not think about S or ES. Okay? When you see the verb in the sentence, in the present, and then the subject is the third person singular, you have to be careful. Okay, let's go together. Look at the word Christopher. Is it Christopher a subject? Yes, of course, it's a subject. But you don't care about Christopher is the boy, is the girl, is the man, is the woman, or is the lady. You don't care about that. Why? Because there's only one person, he or she. When he or she, you have to follow the rule. 80% of the verb must be added S when you use with the third person singular, and the 10 is the present simple tense. Okay? You remember? Right? So we have drives. Alright? Christopher drives a bus. Let's go to exercise number 2. Look at the sentence again. Can you see the question mark? Yes, you can see the question mark. When you see the question mark, do not think about the other thing. Question mark is the question sentence. So try to remember the form of the question sentence. We form the question sentence by using do or does. Okay? Do used with the third person singular. Do used with I, we, you, they, and does used with the third person singular. Now look at this one. Can you see the subject? You. And the verb is watch. So what are you going to do with this sentence? Do you want to use does or you want to use do? Look at the subject. You. When you see the subject you, do is automatically used. So what do you say? Do you watch? Okay? Do you watch? Do you watch the movie? Do you watch movies? Okay? Let's go to exercise number 3. Look at the sentence again. Do like what I said. They blah 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 not work, and then for us, is it the positive? Is it a question? Or is it a negative? So have a look at the key word. Not is the negative. Okay? And the verb work here. That's why in this sentence, they want you to do it as the negative sentence. They want you to make it to negative sentence. So the form of negative sentence is subject plus do not or does not. According to the subject, I, we, you, they do not. He, she, it does not or doesn't. So what do you do here? They is a subject. So you say they does not? No. What do you say? They do not work. They do not work. But if you don't want to say in the long form, you got to say in a very construction form. The construction form is they don't. They don't work for us. Let's go to number 4, sorry. She, blah, 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 and then friends. Can you have a look at the sentence? Is it positive? Is it negative? Or is it question? There is no question mark. There is no negative word, like keyword. You don't have it. So it's only the positive sentence. For this meantime, I'm also going to explain you about the verb to have. Like I can use a star as a notice, okay, as a notice for you. When you use the verb have, you think about the subject. Have can be divided into two, have and has. When we use subject as a third person singular, you have to use has. And the others, you have to use have. I, we, you, they have. He, she, it has. Alright? Are you clear now? So now have a look at the subject. Which one is the subject in this sentence? She is a subject. So do you use have? No, we don't use have. What do you use? We use has. The reason is in this subject, the third person singular is a subject. Okay? So what do you use? She has many friends. She has many friends. Look at another one. Your friend B and then handsome. Also look at the star point. Okay? B is the best verb. You go to another verb, present simple, is, am, and are. I am, we, you, they are, he, she, it is. So look at this one. Your girlfriend, can you say are? Can you say is? Or can you say am? Okay, now have a look at the subject. Where is the subject? Girlfriend is a subject. And the other one, you have to look at the word girlfriend here. How many girlfriends is that? One girlfriend or two girlfriends? Just one girlfriend. So when we use one girlfriend as a subject, so what do you say? Do you use are or you use is? So is here is the correct answer. Your girlfriend is handsome. Let's go to another one. Phnom Penh. Again, in Cambodia. Phnom Penh be in Cambodia. So where is the subject? The subject is Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh is the capital of Cambodia. How many capital? Just only one. So verb be we use here is. Phnom Penh is in Cambodia. Right? Let's go to another exercise. Jane, okay, in the bracket, not remember me. Is it a positive? Is it a question or is it a negative? It's absolutely a negative one. So when you see the negative word, you have to think about the form of negative. Okay? Subject plus do not, or subject plus does not plus verb. Now let's go. So Jane here. Jane is the name of person. How many person? How many people? Just only one person. Even he or even she, we don't care. Just only one person. So what do you use? You use do not or you use does not? Right, you use does not. Jane does not or doesn't remember me. Okay? Jane does not remember me. Let's go to another one. Dog, in the bracket, like to eat bones. So what is the sentence? It's affirmative sentence or positive. Where's the subject? Is a dog. So can I say dog like to eat bone? Can I? No, I cannot. Think about the subject. How many dogs I am talking about? Just only one dog. I don't talk about two dogs. I just talk only one dog. So what do you use? You have to add one more S to the verb. Dog likes to eat bone. Okay? Let's move to another one. Summer is again, is M-A, okay? So summer what? Summer is the name of the season. Summer is the name of the season. So if you talk about only summer, it's only one season. So if you talk about only one, you use it to stand for summer. So what do you say? What do you use? Do you use R? Do you use M? Or do you use is? Correct. You have to use is. Okay? So summer is hot. It's like a nature. Another one. Water boil at 100 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees centigrade. Water boil at 100 degrees centigrade or degree Celsius. So this is the fact. This is the fact. That's why we use in present simple. Now look at this one. Where's the subject? Water. And where's the verb? Boil. So what kind of subject is that? Can you say water like I, he, she, we, you, they? No. The verb, the pronoun stand for noun water is it. That's why boil have to be added as. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade or degree Celsius. Let's go to another one. Water. Again. How about freeze? Is a present simple verb. So what do you say? Water freezes. Okay? You add S to it. Water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. So degree centigrade and degree Celsius are the same. Let's go to another one. She, the dishes every day. She, the dishes every day. So the action happen regularly. Remember that? Action happen regularly in the present time. That's why we use present simple tense. Look at the subject. She? Yes. When you see the subject she, imagine about the word S inside your head. Is it S? Is it ES? Or change Y to IS? Look at the way it's used here. Most of all verbs ending in SH, CH, S, X, we add ES to the verb when we use with the third person singular. You remember that? Okay, now here we go. She, can I say she wash? Can I say she wash the dishes every day? Can I? Is it right? It's not right. It's wrong. Because the rule says that ES must be added to the verb ending in SH. So where's SH? Wash. That's why we don't use only S. Just add ES. So we pronounce she washes the dishes every day. Let's go to the other exercise. Triangle, bracket, have 3 corners. 3 corners. So what is triangle? What is triangle? How many corners do you see? 1, 2, 3. 3 corners. Is it true? Is it a fact? Yes, it's a fact. That's why we use in present simple tense here. Alright? Now look at this one. Where's the subject? Triangle. How many triangle do we mention about that? How many triangle? There's only one triangle. So we use it to stand for triangle. And then here, can you say triangle have? No. You gotta say triangle has. We follow the rule here. I, we, you, they have. He, she, it has. Alright? Let's go to another one. My birthday, be again, in June. My birthday, be in the bracket, and then in June. So what are you going to use in here? Like what I told you, you have to focus on the subject. If the subject with the third person singular, you have to be careful with the verb. But in case the subject you use in the exercise is not a third person singular, I, we, you, they. So do not care about S or no, about S or ES, right? So look at the subject. Birthday. How many birthdays is that? Just only one birthday. So use it, stand for birthday. Only one birthday. It's only my birthday. It's not your birthday and me. Okay? So what do you say? My birthday is in June. Okay? Day. Look at the sentence. Is it positive? Positive. And how about day? Third person singular? No. So when we use day, it's not used as a third person singular. What do you say? Agree, stay the same. Do not change. Alright? Let's go to another one. Your teacher, and then the word look here, and then happy. Is it positive? It's a positive. So when you use as a positive, you think about what? Subject. Where's the subject? Your teacher. How many teacher do I mention? How many teacher do I say? There's only one teacher. So even teacher can be she, teacher can be he, right? But just only one. So what are you using here? Your teacher look happy. Your teacher looks happy. Okay? Now let's go to the other one. Your teacher play soccer. Your teacher plays soccer again. Where's the subject? Your teacher. Where is the verb? Play. So what do I use now? Can I use your teacher play? Okay. Like this. Can I? We cannot. The reason why we change Y to letter I, in case we have two steps. One step, Y at the end of the verb. The other step, okay, Y preceded by the consonant. And now how about here? Y at the end of the verb. And how about A? How about A? Is a consonant or vowel? It is not a consonant, it's a vowel. So there is no reason you change letter Y to letter I and add ES. So what are you going to use the form? We go to the 80% of the verb, just plus S. Are you clear? I hope you will be clear. Let's go to another one. Okay? Word in blank, word in the bracket, she drink coffee. Is it a negative? Is it a positive, or is it a question? It's absolutely a question. You see the question mark. So how do you form the question? By using do in front of the subject or does in front of the subject. And how do you use do and how do you use does? Think about the subject. As I have told you, when the subject I, we, you, they, you got to use do. When the subject he, she, it, you got to say does. So look at the subject. Can you see the word she here? Yes. So she is the third person singular. So no need to think. Go to does. Does she drink? Okay? Does she drink coffee? Does she drink coffee? Another one. Look at the sentence. Is it positive? Is it negative? Or is it question? Not is a negative word. That's why you remember the form. I hope if you remember the form and you know how to do that, it is not a big deal for you. Okay? You can make lots of exercises, thousands and thousands of exercises by yourself. You can create the sentence by yourself. By not just copy from me on a whiteboard. No, you can make it by yourself. Okay? Look at this one. She, what do you say? She do not or she does not? She does not. She does not take pictures. Right? Let's go to another one. Is it positive or is it negative? Okay? Look at this one. It is not negative. It is not positive. It is a question. That I exercise every morning. So what do you use in the question? How do you see? Dara is the third person singular. Okay? So what do you say? Does Dara exercise every morning? Let's go to the other example. Look at this sentence. Question mark. So this is a question sentence. So what do you say? Your father smoked. You smoke or your father? Don't confuse about the subject here. Is a subject. Your is not the subject. Your is the positive adjective. Who is the subject? What is the subject? Father. Stand for he. So what are you going to use with that? Does your father smoke? Okay. Another one. He, and then give. So that one, what do you say? Not bring. So it's negative, the form. He does not bring gifts. How about this? This smell good. So where's the subject? This is the subject. So just this, I mean just only one thing we mentioned, not two things. So what do you say? This. Can I say this smell good? No. The subject is the third person singular, okay? So this is only one. If you talk about only one, you use it. Okay? Example, this is a cat. So what are the sentences we say? Do you say? It is a cat. Okay? This is a cat or it is a cat. The same. So this smells good. Let's go to another one. David fixed the car. So where's the subject? David is the person, he. So fix, can you put S? You still remember? Fix cannot be S, okay? So you have to use this one. At the end of the verb, we have X. So what are you going to add? Not only S, it's ES. Okay, that's all from the exercise we are doing together. And I hope you will enjoy doing exercise at home every time when you are free, okay, everywhere. And then before ending the uses of the present simple tense, I would like to give you advice. You have to make the exercise. You can go through the Google to search for present simple work exercise, and you try to do it by yourself. But in case that you feel not, confident in yourself, and then you can ask me the question, okay? Or you can write down on, to comment me, okay? To comment me in the comment box, and try to download, okay, some exercise by yourself if you can, and practice it. So before we end our video today, I would like you to share, subscribe, and like my channel in order to get more video related to the tenses, okay, in English. That's all from me today. Please wait and see for the next video. Present progressive or present continuous. Thank you.